Top of the morning to you. Hope you are well. Never mind my cloak. We're expecting a winter storm later today, and it's like 30 something degrees today. Anyway, I'm jumping on here because I wanted to share something that I read recently. I'm in the book of Exodus, and I'm reading about Moses and how he led the people out of Egypt, or from Pharaoh, right? And everybody knows the story, and if you really know the story, you know that Moses was very reluctant. Like he didn't think he was good enough. He thought that, with his speech, he's not quite eloquent. Pharaoh's not going to listen to him, and so he had a hard time. And when he encountered God, and God was like reassuring him that, hey, I'm gonna let you do this thing. And he's like, what if the people don't believe me that you sent me? And he's like, I'm gonna give you some signs to show the people. One of the first signs he did show Moses, he told Moses to throw the staff on the floor or on the ground, and it turned into a snake. And everybody knows the story again, but I just read it differently this time. And I read the part that says Moses ran. Like, Moses was so human. I would have ran so far. I'm not sure if I would even come back to the spot because I don't like snakes, right? And Moses ran around, and God told him, stretch out your hand and hold the tail of the snake. And it turned back into the staff. And I stopped there for a moment. I was just like, as fearful as Moses was, he still had faith and he still trusted God. Because how many of us would have touched the tail of that snake for it to turn back into a staff? And I just thought about that moment and saying that, sometimes we are reluctant. Sometimes, we're so fearful of the situation, or things frighten us so much to the point that we run away. And like this, we can also be like Moses, where we trust God. We trust God and we do the hard thing. Because I feel like the hard thing was taking up that end of the tail of the snake. But he did it because God told him to. So many lessons that can come out of this, passage. And I just wanted to share that. I don't know if it's any revelation to anybody. You might have already knew. But, whatever you can take away from it today. Number one, even in the times when you are so scared, or you feel like you're so less than, or you feel like you really can't do something, just trust God. Trust God, do the hard thing, and he will actually see you through. Like, if you read on to the story, obviously, they make it through, and Pharaoh did eventually let them go. It was hard. There was a lot of, and God hardened Pharaoh's heart. And I thought about that part too, and I was like, why is God hardening Pharaoh's heart? He wasn't trying to make it easy. He was trying to prove a point. He was trying to prove a point that, hey, even in the hard times, even when it does not go easy, like, I will see it through. If I said I'm going to bring you through it, I'm going to bring you through it. So you just have to trust it. Anyways, that is my little word of the day. Trust that you will stay warm and safe wherever you are. And just remember that God is with you no matter what.